Stormy Daniels is not my lover. She's just a porn star who says that I am the one. The kid in the back seat in the car seat is not my son. Yeah, oh Stormy Daniels is not my lover. She's just a porn star who says that I am the one. The kid in the car seat is not my son. Hi, good morning. How are you?
Seriously?
Seriously, baby. And there's a lot more that come. Hey, you know what? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And let's tell them how to get in touch with the show, because I'd like to hear from you today. Probably from Amanda, probably from Sam. Today's reality day. Gilmer County Family Connections, which is great. Now, this is the note zone right here. Gilmer County Family Connections, they are great people, okay? Every year they do what's called Reality Day. And they bring all the students from the high school down, and they got the bank set up, and they got, you know, if you go in and you get a job, you pull a job out, and you got a job, it tells you how much you make, how many kids you have. And then you have calculated to buy a car, and you don't have enough money. So then you got to go over to the car or the buy here, pay here place, whatever, right? I'm serious. It's a lot of fun. They never let me go to Reality Day. They don't, because you have to volunteer. Now, they let Sam go, and they let Lonnie go. Lonnie does a great job at Reality Day. He does a great job. They let Sam go. She does a great job. But I go down there, and I get real with the kids, and they usually escort me out. That's usually what happens. Like, you know, just don't, sorry, you know, become a lumberjack.
It's Reality Day, not Influence Day.
Okay, so anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. You can find this show at where? FYNTV.com, but also go to our YouTube channel. You can always find us there. It will give you a notification on a live broadcast. Also, you can text the show, live text the show, 706-889-9700. Okay, 889-9700. And you can find us on Twitter at Fetcher News, at FYNTV. Now, folks, there's only one thing you can do on certain days, okay? Is just have fun. Now, I'm serious, because the news is out there. They have gone out there. So what I'm about to say, the things I'm about to do, come on, get real. It's Reality Day here. Get real. Listen to what you're hearing on MSNBC. MSNBC is treating the Stormy Daniels story like it's a Cat 5 hurricane, all right? I'm serious. That's all they're doing is Stormy Daniels day and night. Stormy Daniels alerts. Stormy Daniels, you know. So I thought about this. You know, they're going on, and there is some truth to this, okay? And I'm wondering myself, they continue to say that Donald Trump. Now, you need to pay attention, Amanda, because I just may say something that needs a picture, okay? I do not have time. This is Reality Day to prompt you on every single picture I want. So do me a favor, pay attention today, of all days today, okay?
You got it.
Oh, I always know that attitude. Ooh, you know, you never watched The Honeymooners, Alice. Alice, that's who you are, Alice. Yeah, to the moon, Alice. Okay, so anyhow, they keep talking about why Trump will not punch back on Stormy Daniels. So I'm thinking the same thing, all right? Because Donald Trump comes out and he says, if you hit me, I hit back twice as hard. So MSNBC, I punch back. So they do a whole segment. This is how important this news is. Stick with that right there. This is how important this news is to MSNBC, okay? Is they open the show at 6 a.m. with about 10 minutes of why won't the president punch back? I'm thinking, you know what? I figured it out. Now put up the MSNBC crowd, all right? And I put them up, Minka, Joe, and Stormy or something. All right, here's Minka, Joe, and Stormy sooner or later. I don't know if did I send it? I might not have sent it. So anyhow, but here's Stormy. So they keep, well, why won't Trump punch back? And I'm thinking, you know what? he doesn't want to punch, fake boobs on fake news, right? That's it. I mean, it's just, this woman is fake. I'm thinking about this, okay? So here is Joe, Minka, and Stormy. But Joe and Minka, it's an hour show this morning, right? So I'm thinking to myself, did you watch the Anderson Cooper? Did you watch the Anderson Cooper 60 Minutes? Now, you know the truth. Reality Day, right? You know what you want. You wanted to see, like, here's an openly gay man. Okay, Anderson Cooper, openly gay man, right? There's Anderson and Stormy. Hang on there. You're doing very well there. But here's an openly gay man, okay, with a porn star discussing discussing the morality of the president of the United States. Something, okay, openly gay man, Stormy Daniels. Okay, now, all right. Amanda, please, I'm sorry, but America was, it 20-some million, it set records. But they did not tune in for the kind of interview they got. There was people out there that wanted to see Anderson Cooper do a flaming gay interview. You know that. They wanted him to go. They wanted him. Here's what they wanted to hear. You know it, and I know it, and the American people know it. We watched because we wanted Anderson Cooper to say, are they fake or are they real? You wanted to hear that question, right? No. What? Crickets? Nothing?
I mean, no.
You want to hear that.
No. I had no interest in
Anderson, but no. America wanted Anderson. They wanted to hear Anderson Cooper do like, girl, what's that cup size? Are they fake or are they real? They wanted to do what like a drag queen. Which drag queen is it? That's what they wanted, and they didn't get
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's really like that. I think he tries to be professional as possible, except with all his Kathy Griffin.
Okay, let's go there. So here's what he's thinking about. He is sitting there and he's thinking about, you know what? I think I found the perfect job for you. Because you remember Anderson Cooper does the CNN, New Year's Eve rocks it in, ever since Dick Clark passed, he does. And you've got here is Kathy Griffin. What does that say? Because I can't see it from here.
It says no swearing, no stripping, and no touching.
Yeah. Okay, that's the sign. And what's the other Kathy Griffin sign that I have? You got Kathy Griffin, another picture. You got a sign.
I've got them together.
Right there they are.
That's the New Year's party.
Right, that's the New Year's. And then you have one more, right?
Yep. And then we've got Kathy Griffin.
No nudity.
Hey, if we could just blank out her face, she's got a rocking body.
Okay, I know you didn't say that. So anyhow, that's the new Stormy Daniels. You know that, folks. Did you watch the Roseanne show, the new old Roseanne show last night? I did at 4:30 this morning. Why do I do that? But I watched it just to see what happened. We'll talk about it. What did you think of the Roseanne show? Okay, here's another thing I come up with, okay? I'm thinking, you know what? Could you see Donald Trump writing children's books? Take that off there. Could you see Donald Trump writing children's books? No, I'm serious.
I would read it.
No, I mean, could you see that little Rocket Man goes to China, the children's book, right? So he goes into the grandkids at night, and the grandkids say, Grandpa, tell us a story, right? And he says, I don't think Donald Trump has actually hit Stormy Daniels, not because they're fake. I don't think he's punched back because Stormy can't take a punch like a man, like Rosie O'Donnell or something. You know what I mean? So anyhow, so Donald Trump, the children's books, I mean, can you see him sitting down? Grandpa, can you tell us a story? Sure. Well, let me tell you a story about the little short rocket man. He's a little munchkin guy over there in North Korea. He goes over to China. Let me tell you this story. He's really a bad guy. He's really, really bad. This guy is bad, okay? And he goes over to see the Reds. And, in the 70s, I can't go there. I have to leave that alone. But Donald Trump children's books. But here's the one, right? It's like the granddaughter says, Grandpa, what's a porn star? Right? Grandpa, I mean, can you see Donald Trump going into the grandkids at night, tucking them in, and the little girl says, Grandpa, what's a porn star? Well, honey, a porn star is the middle star on Orion's belt, the constellation. Oh, thank you, Grandpa. All right.
Oh, my.
Right?
Really?
But then there's the boy, right? The little grandson. All right. And then there's the grandson, and he goes in and he says, the grandson, these are children's books. I mean, you hear the lines that are coming out every single day against this president of the United States. And you think I'm the one out there? So that he goes into the grandson, right? And the grandson says, Grandpa, I keep hearing porn star. What's a porn star? Well, the difference in the granddaughter. Granddaughter got it's the center star on the Orion's belt. The grandson gets a different story. Well, let me tell you. You want to know about a porn star? Here's what it is. You got your Little Dipper and you got your Big Dipper. And your porn star, that's what holds up your Little Dipper and your Big Dipper, right?
Did you seriously just say that?
Yeah, that's Donald Trump telling children's stories.
Seriously?
Yes. Well, I mean, I think I'm serious. I'm serious as can be.
I do not think he would tell his grandson.
Yeah, that's what he told his grandson. That's the difference. What's a porn star? And then he says, here's the thing. Then he goes back to the granddaughter. And the granddaughter says, Grandpa, I keep hearing about this Stormy Daniels and this porn star. And Mommy says that you used the Trump airplane like the Pussycat Lounge. And yeah, I'm serious. And I'm serious, right? So Donald Trump says to the kid, no, honey. No, that's not what happened. Now, I know you keep hearing Stormy Daniels and you keep hearing porn star, and I know what's been said. But see, what happens is Grandpa flies his plane down to the islands, and he rescues kittens. I rescue kittens, honey. That's what I really do. Grandpa rescues kittens, and they fly back on the plane, 5 or 6 at a time, and they purr the whole thing. And I bring them back, and there's a guy down on 57th Street and 6th Avenue, all right, that takes in the rescue kittens. And, he takes good care of them, honey. I mean, they're so happy that you say you could go down there at night, and I hear they dance. They even have their kitten pole and everything. They dance at night because they're so happy because they got rescued. Yeah, exactly. That's the explanation. What's wrong with that? I mean, Donald Trump did children's stories, right?
No.
Do you want me to write those so you can read them to your kids at night?
No.
I'm just telling you.
That definitely sounds like something.
Don't you think Donald Trump children's books would be great?
No.
You don't?
Well,
Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. I'm sorry. I just cannot take all this Stormy Daniels discussion every single day. And the left is determined. The left is determined every day to say Stormy Daniels as many times as they can. And I understand. And I actually do. I apologize for those kind of comments, but are you not paying attention to how crazy this place has gotten, the world? Hey, you know what? Let me ask you a question.
To me, it sounds like everyone's been watching too much HR Puff and stuff.
Yes, HR Puff and stuff. I agree with you. Now, Minka took a couple days off, Minka Brzezinski, and every time she takes a couple days off, she comes back, she looks a little different. Just saying, she looks a little different, okay? So let me just get this. Did you watch the Roseanne show last night? Did you watch it? I watched it. I watched it this morning because it lit up social media, all right? So no, that's not the top story. The little short rocket man went to China. We know that, okay? We know the short little rocket man went to China. We know that Orange County, California said no more sanctuary city. Okay, but this is the picture of is this the new one? And they're all grown up, okay? So last night I started watching social media. It's about 10 o'clock. I should have been sleeping. And it's about 10 o'clock. I'm looking through social media, and it's blown up over the new Roseanne show, all right? And Jackie, the aunt, is a Hillary, crazy, whacked-out Hillary supporter. She's even wears the pussy hat. That's what it's called, right? Right? Don't yell at me, right?
Did it seriously go there? I didn't.
Yeah, she wore the hat.
No.
Yeah, Jackie wears.
I used to love that show when I was a kid.
No. The Roseanne revival show, I thought was okay because Roseanne and Dan, they're on all kinds of medication. They're at the age. It's hilarious. They go to the drugstore, they get all the medication, both of them, and they're trading each other medication. Like, I'll give you a couple hypertension pills for a couple of those antidepressants, and they got a pill box. It's a stage of life. It's not bad. So they're doing that, right? So they got the kid that moves back in, which was Darlene, right? That the kid that moves back in.
Yeah.
She's got a son that can't make up his mind if he's a boy or girl, and he's exploring. So Dan says, I hope he finds his way. He's exploring. I hope he finds his way over to the boys section in Target. So it's not too bad. Roseanne voted for Trump. Roseanne said the prayer at dinner and said to the Lord, thank you for making America great again. She hadn't spoke to Jackie since the election because Jackie voted for Jill Stein instead of Hillary, but she voted against Donald Trump. They have a big fight over that. The old Becky and the new Becky are in the show. But the interesting thing is they did go back to a part of where they came from. Now, if you remember the original Roseanne show, put this up, and I don't want to spend too much time on this. If you remember the original Roseanne show, okay, he is a drywall contractor. Dan Connor's a drywall contractor when it starts. This is why it was successful for a couple of years till it left the planet, okay? It just went out there so far in left field and Roseanne went crazy. But the first 2 years, this is one of the top shows for a reason. Dan Connor's a drywall contractor. They're in middle America. He's a drywall contractor. He's got 3 kids. Roseanne works at a factory with a couple friends breaking plastic spoons, actually working with who started on that show? George Clooney. George Clooney is Booker on that show.
Yes.
Yes. So George Clooney is the little guy that comes in and harasses them all the time, little kid there. But she works in a factory. They hardly can find work. Dan is a drywall contractor, out hanging drywall every day. He comes in and he talks the talk, walks the walk. Can't find work, didn't get paid from his supplier or something, whatever. So Dan is there, and they're raising 3 kids, okay? And it was real for a couple years until it left the ground. So last night, what they did is they brought that back, put up last night's cast. The kid that can't figure out if he's a boy or girl, hey, we're dealing with that. Okay, so the kid, his grandson can't figure out if he's a boy or girl, and he says something, and Dan says something to him. He said, "What are you doing there?" He says, "Well, I'm letting my fingernail polish dry." He said, "What you got on your fingers?" "Fingernail polish. I'm letting it dry." And he said, the kid said, "I like your fingernail polish," and Dan said, "That's drywall dust." Okay, so anyhow, they went back. To me, they went back. I actually laughed out loud a little bit to what made that show successful. I kind of like the show a little bit. Don't know if I'll watch every week, but it blew up on social media, and I wanted to talk about it just a minute before we get into some other things. So you didn't watch the show? I mean, I've asked it, but you didn't watch it, right?
No, I didn't get to watch it last night, but I will catch up on it because I used to love Roseanne.
Yeah, but I like 2 seasons.
Yeah, same here. It went, like you said, it went off the wall.
Yeah, well, Jackie comes in. She's got the nasty woman shirt on, and she's got the hat. I won't say it again. She's got the hat on, and so I thought it was pretty good. I kind of liked it. They covered several things, but what they covered is what's out there, and seems like what we've become. So I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Okay. California, Orange County, California said no to sanctuary cities. The sheriff is posting release dates so that ICE will know when these illegal criminals are going to be released. Even to the point the Attorney General of California, we'll get into that, is threatening to arrest, listen to this, threatening to arrest the sheriff in Orange County, California for endangering. Now, get this. It's okay. It was okay if the mayor of Oakland, okay, warned illegals, ICE. Now, listen to this. Now, you watch that show I just put up, and now, wait a minute now, damn it. Now, wait just a minute before we go to break. I know what some of you are thinking. Well, I come on and I just started with all kinds of foolishness about Stormy Daniels and this porn star. But you don't need to turn on the news. But if you turn on CNN and MSNBC, that's what you get. You get from start to finish how John Bolton, the new NSA director for Donald Trump, is going to lead us into war and tear up the Iran deal. You get Stormy Daniels. You get all of this nonsense. You think what I opened up with was nonsense? Hell no, it wasn't nonsense. I just tried to, make light of the just garbage that's going on out there. I mean, I do want a patent. I did come up with the Trump children's books. I could just see those. I'm going to write some more of those. I know several of the children's books I want to write. Okay. I want to write the children's book, Crooked Hillary. So anyhow, the thing I'm getting at is listen to this of where you're at today, and we'll go to break. Think about it this morning. The mayor of Oakland, the city of Oakland in California, put out a warning to illegals that law enforcement, ICE agents, were on the way so that these illegals could hide. And if you look at the internet and do a search, you will find that the illegals that were hidden while ICE was doing a search in Oakland, California, several then came back out and committed more crimes. That's right. Law enforcement looking for the bad guy, the mayor trying to hide the bad guy, and really bad hombres out there, as Trump would say. And nope. Mayor says hide. We'll let you know when the coast is clear, and you can come out and commit more crimes. This is true. Now, Orange County, California, and I forget the city's name. A city in Orange County, California, the council voted to remove themselves from the sanctuary state law that California passed. Okay. That led to the council or the commissioners or whatever they're called in Orange County, California yesterday voting to say, we are not going to, listen to you, no sanctuary city here. If you're here in Orange County, California, we are not a sanctuary county, and we will let ICE know, okay? Now listen to this, damn it. You better pay attention. We will let law enforcement know you're here, okay? So now the sheriff, which has posted the release dates of the illegals that are released, that they're supposed to be being held for ICE. ICE knows when they're going to be released. Now, is against the law of California because California passed a law and said you cannot tell the government when the criminal gets out. That's illegal. So the Attorney General of California is insisting that the sheriff of Orange County, California, uphold the law. Scratch your head, damn it, it's not me. It's some crazy-ass people in California. So uphold the law. So he is threatening the sheriff that he will force the sheriff to uphold the laws of California and not tell ICE the bad people are getting out. And I'm the one that opened the show with foolishness. Oh, hell, you've lost your damn mind. Pay attention how crazy these damn people are out there. I shouldn't be saying this. This is Reality Day. Reality Day. When I come back, okay, we could go with a little more foolishness. Why not? But we are going to talk about the little whack job, the miniature guy. What's his name there? I don't know his name. Kim Jong-il, whatever his name, Jung or whatever. You know.
Kim Jong-un.
Huh?
Kim Jong-un.
You know, I tell you what. How about this for a racist joke? You want to hear a racist joke?
Oh, my. Here we go.
Huh?
Here we go.
Well, who didn't have a damn uncle who told racist jokes? I want to know who the hell. I mean, it's somewhere around late 60s, early 70s. And who did not have one damn uncle that told racist jokes?
All right, let's hear it, Uncle BKB.
No, I'm not the crazy uncle telling the joke. I remember my crazy uncle that told the joke. You know, I'll tell you what. How about the one where my uncle says, you know those people in Chinese, you know how they get their name? They throw silverware up in the air. Ching, chang, ching. Right? I'm serious.
That's pretty good.
Huh?
That's pretty good.
Hey, I got a lot of them. I'll clean it up. You just don't want me to start telling Polish jokes. And that's the nicest thing I could say. Hey, I got an uncle. You had an uncle too. I always love when you out there act like I'm approaching something and getting close to something that you have no idea in your life. You've lived such a sheltered life. Well, I'm going to explain to you why I spell cool with a K when we come back. How about that one? Take us a break.
Let's do that.
I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I'll tell you something. This could be love, because I've had the time of my life. Never felt like this before, 'cause I've had the time of my life.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
From Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Better days ahead. It's just this simple. Nobody beats Days on price. If it's a Chevy, you'll pay less at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $4,000 off a new 2018 Chevy Malibu, or save up to $10,000 off a new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab. It doesn't matter which Chevy you choose. Nobody beats Days on price. $10,000 off Silverados and $4,000 off Malibus at Days Chevy in Jasper.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
You know, I got to send you an email. I'm your host, BKP. It takes just a minute. I'm trying to find something. All right, I'm going to send you this email in case you understand, because I want to have fun today. I mean, you know, it's reality day, right?
It's reality day.
All right. Now, wait a minute. All right. Now, wait a minute. I got a question for you, okay? I got a question for you.
Yes.
Okay. Am I wrong? I want to know this. By the way, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Come over here. Let me tell you what really happens out there, okay? Just joking. They do a great job. They do an outstanding job. It's Family Connections, I think, is the host. Am I right?
Yeah. And just to be clear, these aren't little kids. These are like...
No, this is the high school.
Yeah.
Right. So they bring the high school...
Just to be clear to everyone.
Okay, but they bring the... I'm trying to be clear to everyone. What are you implying? What the hell? So anyhow, they bring the kids down, right, from the high school, and they go in and they get jobs. You have to buy food. You have to get a LAR. They go over there and, you know, you have a calculator and you have your money. And it's a month, okay? It's how much a month you have. And you're like, I'm out of money. I need to get a car because I can't get to work. Well, you know, you can't afford that fancy car, so this is what we're going to get. And it really is, it's good. I'm just going to leave it a great job. Sam, it might be down there now. Not for sure, help him set up or help him get the day going, but Sam's involved today. Okay. We always work reality day here at the company for that. I'm not joking. Usually I stress because I work a table and I'm like, kid, let me tell you what really happened. So anyhow, in the careers, now think about what's been on our TV and has saturated our children, okay? Now think about this, Amanda. If it's reality day, should they not like put, you know, Playboy model in there as a career? Porn star as a career? I mean, I know I'm wrong, but am I wrong? I mean, do you not pay attention what they are pasting on TV? They blame Donald Trump for this morality years ago, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying it's okay, but it's just, I mean, if it's reality day, I would love for reality to hit home for America in some ways. You know, I want to cover this. I'm going to have fun today. We're talking about California. We're talking about the serious things. I promise that. But I came in this morning. I said, I want to have some fun today. So I spell. This is reality day, right?
Right.
So I spell K with a K. Are you over there, damn it, or not? Act like I'm talking to you.
I'm saying.
No, you're supposed to say, why do you spell it with a K?
Why do you spell it with a K?
Get any of the lines I emailed you this morning. I emailed you your lines. You can't even read off the teleprompter. What the hell's wrong with you today? All right, anyhow. So I like the so late 60s, right? Somewhere around the late 60s, just saying. Early 70s, just saying. I mean, I'm not saying I was there, but let's just pretend I know a little about it, okay? The doctor came in. It's like, giving you the results, ma'am. Let me tell you the results of your test. Well, the doctor's smoking. In the late 50s, I think early 60s, I can't remember, I didn't do. Actually, doctors would prescribe smoking to calm down, relax, have a cigarette, right? So here I am. Now, my family's from North Carolina, so it's like a religion there. You're supposed to. Don't get mad at me, Tar Heel fans or whoever you are. Don't get mad at me. Okay? But it is. They're from.
I was in there anyway.
That's exactly right. You need to keep that to yourself. If you've ever been in the tobacco barn, hay barn, any barn, keep it to you, okay? Keep your barn stories to yourself, okay? So anyhow, I've been in a tobacco barn, the tobacco hanging up and drying in North Carolina. R.J. Reynolds is. But back then, not in the 50s, but back then, late 60s, 70s, you're from North Carolina, you're supposed to smoke. It's like the law. What do you mean you don't smoke? Now, my parents did not drink. Okay? Did not. But smoke, we had every decorative ashtray there was. We had to stand up next to the chair ashtray with the big glass, right? We had that ashtray, right? Had that one. There was not a table that didn't have an ashtray. I'm sorry. I'm just putting it out there, right? So, and when, we're kids, there's like 5 of us in the house, right? And, they come out with the warning labels, all right, for on the side of cigarettes, right? Health warning labels on the side of cigarettes. My whole family is the poster child for warning labels on the side of cigarettes. All right. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to knock mom and dad. Take it easy. Okay. Take it easy. All right. Not trying, because there's a lot of them. Don't act like you don't remember going to the store at like 12 years old or, and getting a pack of cigarettes for your mom. Like you didn't do that. And they never asked. You go down and say, hey, my mom needs a pack of cigarettes. They knew what they smoked. I don't know why I'm going there, but it's just, it's where I come from. It's where the hell I come from. You should know. And, my mom smoked Cools. There you go, putting it on the street. Mom smoked Cools. So you go down the store, right? And I didn't put a pack up, and there's the Cools, K-O-O-L. So, I don't care. Back then, I'm going to tell you something. You could get mad, Let me tell you, let me just go here. We maybe should not have smoked as much as we did in the 50s and 60s, okay? We should have not let 10-year-olds walk to the corner store and say, Mom wants a pack of cigarettes. Well, maybe we should have never done that. I tell you what we did know, though. We knew what damn bathroom to go in. We knew they'd give us a pack of cigarettes to take home to Mom, okay? Well, at least when we stopped on the way home, we knew to go in the boys' room. I'm just saying. I don't know why the hell I'm going here. So you go down to the corner store and Mom needs cigarettes. That's all you had to say. They knew Mom smoked Cools. They knew them, right? And then the guy at the store says, hey, does Gerald need some Winstons? So my dad smoked Winstons. Mom smoked Cools. That's why I spell K Cools, right? There you go. I know it's a big story. You wanted to hear it. So anyhow, right? So I'm going to tell you what. I never liked the Cools. Because when I started stealing my mom and dad's cigarettes, oh, my God, there you are out there. Hey, Amanda, now I'm not asking you to get personal or nothing. I'm not asking if your mom and dad smoked, but when you were a kid, did you ever steal a cigarette?
Yes.
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's why I like her.
And guess what brand they were?
Go for it.
Cools.
That's why I like her, boy. You knew your line that time. So anyhow, but I couldn't take the Cools. Like, so when you're stealing cigarettes from your parents and your kid, and you slip a cigarette, it's pretty bad. You go in there and there's 20. Sorry, 20 in a pack. You flip the pack open and you get one out and you're like, you ruffle up the pack a little bit because it's a new pack and dad just took one out and he might notice that another one's missing or so forth. I knew the whole stealing cigarette scene, but I could not smoke the Cools. The Cools were too rough. I'm like, Mom, you're just that's too rough. I can't take the menthol. I need a Winston. All right. Anyhow, it's tough when you're 8. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. That was really a joke. Okay. So anyhow, hey, we had cigarettes. All right. Then there's the second reason. I mean, let's just say it's 1972 and you're watching TV and this guy, the Kool-Aid Man, right? Remember the Kool-Aid Man? Like it's 1972. You got the packs, right? It's like $5 for $1. Your mom had a kitchen drawer that you couldn't hardly open because it was stuffed packs of Kool-Aid. Anytime you went to the grocery store, you had to have 10 packs, throw them in a buggy, right? And you had to get what? The secret ingredient. Come on, Amanda, what's the secret ingredient? I sent you the picture. Don't tell me I'm not going to call the name. If you do not know the secret ingredient that you had to buy to go with the 10 packs every time you went to the grocery, there you go, the 25-pound bag of sugar, right? I mean, you bought this monster bag of sugar that you had to tote in the house, right? Put the Kool-Aid. And you got Kool-Aid Man there. It's spelled with a K. And Mom bought what? I know what you're thinking now. I'm drinking too much Kool-Aid in the morning. So Mom bought 10 packs, no matter if you need them or not. And they went in the drawer. I mean, there was never a shortage. Mom, we're out of Kool-Aid. Well, make some. It was up to me to judge for all the friends, okay? To judge for all the friends how much sugar went in. So you got the big pitcher, right? Nobody's looking. You can't find the big spoon. Don't tell me what you did, right? Because I know what you did. And then you got the Kool-Aid for the whole neighborhood. Everybody had Kool-Aid. Took a Kool-Aid break, and then you can run around the bases for another 2 hours. Just saying. I just needed to explain why I spell cool with a K. Was that worth the time? Boy, I take crickets over there. I asked her, I said, will you pay attention today? And please, help me out from time to time? Nothing. No. Nothing. Did you understand my story?
The days when you had to put sugar in the Kool-Aid.
What?
I just don't remember the days when you had to put sugar in the Kool-Aid.
You don't?
No.
It comes sweetened now?
Well, now it does, but I vaguely remember her mom having to put that. I had totally forgotten about that.
You forgot you had to have the secret ingredient in the kitchen, and that drawer had more packs of Kool-Aid. There was the cherry, and there's the flavors, right? And you ripped that thing over, you poured it in there, and then you got that sugar bag, and you poured it in there till you thought it was enough. And then you tasted it with the big spoon. No, a little more sugar, all right? And then your mom told you, make some Kool-Aid. You know how to make Kool-Aid, put it back in the pitcher and put some sugar in it. All right, it's not that hard. No wonder 10-year-old boys were riding bicycles for 3 hours nonstop when we made sugar Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, we're all groggy and tired these days.
Exactly. You know what? I'm glad you said that because, now they go to the store and they get like those power drinks, And my mom didn't say get a Powerade out and replenish your electrolytes. What the hell? No, we drank Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, we were all jacked up back then.
Yeah, we were jacked up, but we didn't have an energy drink. We didn't have 5-hour energy drinks and all these energy drinks. Anyhow, there's the answer to why I spell Kool-Aid with a K. Back then, the doctor would prescribe it. The doctor come in and give you. If you grew up, what the hell's wrong with American reality? If you up here, right? You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? No, you don't understand. So it's like the 1970s hairdo up here, and you don't have the mom, okay, and dad, and the neighbor, Charles and Charlene, Jean and Gloria. Yeah, Gene and Gloria and Danny and Nancy. If you didn't have the dining room table with 8 chairs, okay, and playing cards and the smoke rolling out of that dining room where they were smoking ashtrays everywhere, and they're playing cards, right? Your parents. And you got in trouble for trying to listen because they were talking about everybody in the neighborhood. They were talking. You hear what happened up here? You hear what happened up in that one? You know, this one. Boom. They were getting all the news out, right? But you wanted to check it out. You got in trouble. You got sent downstairs. Kids, if they heard a kid, they could hear a kid get to the top step. No matter, you have all the kids downstairs. They bring all the kids. They send the kids downstairs in the basement, right? All night long because they didn't care. We're on a buy level. They're playing cards. They're smoking. They're not drinking. They didn't drink, but they're smoking, playing cards. But if you were the kid that wanted to slip up to that top step and see if you could hear something, they knew. They could tell. The mom ear could tell. You're on the top step. Get back down those steps, young man. We need to take a break. The next hour is going to be very serious. We've had a lot of fun, but it is reality day. So I'm trying to think of things that are reality that are going on. And it's just an interesting day. Hey, you know what? I went to a comedy club last night, okay? Amanda, did you get the script? Where is the comedy club? What comedy club did you go to? That was your line. I'm going to try it again, okay?
Where was it at?
No, wait for me to give the line. See if you can deliver your side. I went to a comedy club last night.
Oh, where was the comedy club at?
That was so phony. It's like you're reading from a script. The comedy club was the Blue Ridge City Council meeting. Where's my drum roll when I come up with these? I was, yeah, exactly. Got wishy-washy Donna Whitener. Wishy-washy Whitener, the mayor. I don't know what the town hall was about myself. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry.
Well, speaking of California, a place that is now on the brink of becoming the country's first sanctuary state, the Senate bill there
has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas, just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the Hut.
One.
Folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. It's 8:55, and we're going to try to get a little serious with the second half of the show. It's Wednesday. I went to the Blue Ridge City Council. It was a long day yesterday, Tuesday. It wasn't bad. We had a great show yesterday morning. We had a lot of great information yesterday on the show. It's actually a show I wish you would check out. Again, it's in our archives, fyntv.com. Just hit on demand there, and you will see the archives. You can actually hit the month and put in the month you want to look at, and anything we've done is up there, fyntv.com on demand, and also on our YouTube channel. Yesterday was a great show, Amanda. I thought information-wise, it was a great show. We had Congressman Doug Collins, and it is a show I would actually air again because it was timeless, because we got into in-depth, Amanda, I think you'll agree, on the NDRC and how the census, the NDRC, how they are targeting the 2018. You talk about Russians targeting an election, right? I mean, think about that, Amanda. Just yesterday's show alone, all we hear from the media out there that's a part of the deep state, which I do believe in, all we hear from them is how Russia, what are we doing? Think about this line, Amanda. I really want you to think about this, and I want you to take this in, okay? Every time you turn on the news or you turn on something, they are pushing you, MSNBC, CNN, ABC, all of them, and saying to everybody they interview, what are we doing to safeguard? Now listen to this close, folks. You need to pay attention out there, because you've heard this over and over. What are we doing to safeguard the American elections from Russian influence or outside influence? I'll say that, Russian influence in 2018. That's all you hear, right? Safeguard the 2018 elections from Russian influence, right?
Yep.
I ask you, America, the real influence that we know of, the real influence that we are aware of, the real influence that has tampered with elections, the real influence that has actually performed voter registration fraud, and all the above, what are we doing? What are we doing to stop and prevent the influence of our 2018 elections by the NDRC? What are we doing to stop the influence of our 2018 elections by the George Soros gang? What are we doing to stop the influence on our elections by the deep state? Russia's code word to throw you off. 21 states, okay? 21 states. Now listen to me, damn it. You better listen to me. Jeb Johnson, or whatever the hell his name is, okay? He's the former Homeland Security Director, okay? And Kirsten, I don't know Kirsten's last name. She is now the Homeland Security Director. Both of them under oath, under testimony to Congress, I think last week. The question: do you know of one vote? Do you know of one vote being changed in the election by Russian influence any way whatsoever? That's not the verbatim question, but that was the question. Both, even Jay Johnson and Kirsten, whatever her name is, both Trump, Obama, had to look at Congress and say, no. That throws out all your Russian influence, all your Russian bots, all your Russian narrative. Everything Russian is gone, including the dressing. Gone. The answer is no. We found 21 states had been affected, they had gotten in the system of 21 states or had some 21 states. They've breached the system, but they can't find anything done. Period. But we have voter fraud. Did you find Russian voter fraud? No. We have voter fraud. They want illegals. They will not allow identification. On the deep state side, voter fraud, we can prove it. Voter registration fraud, we can prove it. Wanting to put voting machines in the prisons. Altering voting machines. We know that in Philadelphia, turn on the machine, it's already got 125 votes. We have found every single bit of evidence of voter fraud, election tampering, influence. But you will never hear a CNN commentator, you will never hear anybody in MSNBC say, or the little note on the bottom of the screen, what are we doing to prevent the NDRC, the George Soros, the MoveOn.org, Media Matters? What are we doing to prevent this deep state corruption from influencing the 2018 elections? Nothing. But Trump puts one question on the census. Put up the picture. One question on the census. Are you a damn citizen? They freaked out. They're going to sue. One question. Not are you Russian? You know? Did you know somebody? The law provides that they can ask if you are legally in the country or a citizen, period. But the census, you don't have to answer that. How many's living in the house? 3. That's it. That's all you got. Your constitutional rights say you don't have to answer these questions. You have a Fifth Amendment. You do not have to answer the questions. The government knocks on the door. You don't have to answer anything. But we put a question on there. Are you a citizen of the United States? They freaked out. We're trying to do things to protect our elections against fraud. But no, California needs those votes. Hillary Clinton needs those votes. Elizabeth Warren needs those votes. Because what happens is we already have more registered voters than legal citizens in these communities and in these states. Los Angeles is what now? I mean, 6/10 or 7/10 illegal? I don't know. 50-50? I mean, I may be off there. My God, they may fact check me like they do Trump, but still the point is they need the votes. We ask about the census. They've gone nuts. It's every day. Pay attention to this. Wake up, America, every single day. What are we going to do to prevent the outside influence from Russia? And every day the news comes on and some damn piece of garbage congressman on the Democrat side, for the most part, unless if you're Charles County, the cowardly sheriff, the cowardly lion of Broward County. Didn't I send you this picture of acts like? Okay, this is what a sheriff acts like that has a set. Okay, let's play that video of the sheriff from Orange County, California.
Orange County in California, she says the state's effort to become a sanctuary state is not good policy. It's about sticking it to the administration. Sheriff Hutchins joins us tonight. So, Sheriff, give us the parameters of this. This would basically put California in active opposition to federal immigration law. Is that an overstatement?
I don't think that's an overstatement. You know, we've been cooperating with ICE and with the federal government for